more. Aaron, Aaron. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
If you are in the corner where they can see you, the expectation is that you dance to the jingle.
I'm not a dancer, but I understand.
Will you try your best?
I didn't know that was the thing.
Will you try your best? That's all I'm asking.
I got you, bro.
Mr. S, don't let me down. They say Arabs don't got no rhythm. I don't believe them.
Weather outside is humid. She turned up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her hold.
Good evening, everyone. Hope well.
She doesn't show signs of stopping, so who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her hold, let her hold, let her hold.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Mr. S cannot dance. We know that now. Harambe Jack with the 50 ball says, house husband is logical. Did I read this one? No. What rights or privileges does a man have over a woman in 2023? Maybe meant 24. Besides, we have been fed the line that behind every strong man is his strong wife. If the wife is the leader, won't she have a strong husband behind her?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Harambe Jack going in. Mr. S, what's popping?
Hi there. Good evening, everyone. Hi there, DJ Hamp. Hope you are
What's
well.
going on?
Hope you are doing well.
Yes,
May
sir.
prosperity shine on you in 2024.
Appreciate you.
So do everyone on the panel. I would like to bring my Bedouin Arab, as you guys call it, patriarchal, whatever the name is. I want to give my opinion. As a man, our job is to lead. It's that simple. Leading is a very hard sport. It's blood sport. There are winners and losers. One thing that I would like you guys to do is, anyone who has an opinion on women needs to make sure he earns over 150k per annum, per year, after tax. If you earn less than 150k per year after tax, before tax is 300,000, you have no opinion over here. I am with Caesar's Palace. The silent few are those who make the world go round. I was listening to this chat for the last 20, 30 minutes. You can hate my accent. You can hate my nationality. You may hate my ethnicity. But the truth shall always be the truth, which is the men lead. I like my ebony women, as they say. I like my African British girls, American girls. And I always like them because they always tell me, you are different.
We don't want to hear your life. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not about to hear his life story.
I have not finished.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Masculine Man. Go ahead, Mr. Masculine Man. You're right. You got it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mr. S.
Like
Mr.
I said,
there you go. Go ahead.
I didn't interrupt you, did I? Anyhow,
I didn't ask for you to interrupt me, sir.
Go ahead, Mr.
Like
S.
I
Go
said,
ahead.
I like my ebony women, British or American or African, wherever they come from, wherever the wind blows them to me. The issue here is simple. You want to be the lion that they can rest their femininity to. And it starts off with your money.
Y'all
see, guys, let me...
My bad, Ham. Let me mute.
Go ahead, Mr. S. Finish your point.
You see, the nervous laughter is very telling in women and men. When they do that, it's a sign of being nervous amongst men. Now, let's go back to the point. The point is simple. Be the leader. Starts with your wallet. If your wallet ain't right, make sure your brain is bright. Do some counseling and therapy. We men, we grew up with single parent households. We were taught to be emotional. You need to unlearn what you learned. Like I said, no man should have an opinion if they're earning less than 150,000 post-tax. I digress. My mic is off.
Thank you.
Damn. 150K net.
Man. Whew.
Damn. So 300,000 of right because the tax rate. So yeah, you got to make.
Oh, you said post. He said after tax.
Yeah.
After tax, my man. So 1% or less of the U.S. population has any say so. That's what you're saying. Jeff Bezos or nothing. That's what you just said.
That's not even 1%, but that's not the point.
So listen, man. This is pretty common. Actually, this is the problem we have here in the States. It's when somebody has.
Well, Trigger Mike, you have an opinion. You got to qualify this money first. Cause you heard with the masculine.
No, so tell me about myself. Okay, let me talk about myself. I had a girlfriend when I was making 55K. I got married when I was making 75K. Now I'm well over 6 figures, and I've been married for 5 years.
You wasn't a man before you.
So I wasn't a man that whole time.
You was not a man. You heard Mr. S.
I wasn't a man that whole time, Mr. S, and I had no say so over my home. But if I did have say so, doesn't that just make me a better man than you? If I was able to secure it without the money?
Are you looking for an answer from me or?
Yeah. So if I'm able to get submission in my own house without the amount of money that you have, and you can't whoop my ass, doesn't that make me a better man than you?
Now, Mr. Gentleman, here's what you found. You found a woman that's willing to work with you. A woman that saw your potential, which women of the past used to do. She saw that you were a 6-figure potential earner. And with true hindsight, you delivered. Am I right?
Sure.
There we go. Unfortunately, the women that you have, they don't make those women anymore. Hence why, as a man, to shut women up, you need to show your work. It's that simple.
What do we got to do to shut you up? What do we got to do to shut you up? How much does it cost?
I digress.
Well, you know what's crazy? John Henry with the 50 ball said, GBG Lieutenant General laughing like the disrespectful idiot kid in class who doesn't know he's the prime example of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Keep on speaking, Mr. S. Damn, man. They some feel it. Yo, they might be feeling Mr. S. Come on, Kasim, you've been boring the whole day.
Other outside is human. She turned up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her hold. She doesn't show signs of stopping. So who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her hold.
Shit like that.
So Aaron, now there's some support out there for Mr. S, man. Go ahead.
That's one person. I will have.
Wait. Jay Hayward with the $5 said, Mr. S stands on business and speak with authority. Aaron needs to grow up. Oh, wait. RNC with the $5 says, GGG lives in Fantasy Island. 99.9% of the world and throughout human history do not have house husbands. And then while Mr. S was talking, April became a member. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 people. Oh, wait, hold on. Sophisticated Jerk said Mr. S is a trick, so that's -1. Hank with the $2 says, Mike, you need to shut your broke ass up. Damn, Mr. S got 5 supporters. Jay Hayward with the $5 says, once again, Mr. S speaks with authority. This is an example of authority being taken, not given. Mr. S came and shook the building, man. Go ahead. Let me get up.
I do have one qualifying question for Mr. S. I do. Just to validate what you're saying. Do you believe in polygamy?
Define your version of polygamy.
A man.
Does that mean you have one wife and you cheat with a secretary in your office building that you own? Which one?
I mean a man with multiple wives. That's what I mean.
Would you have multiple wives?
I absolutely would. Not. I find women to be extremely annoying. I prefer one wife.
You see, I tell you something. I am married, right? I am in my hotel room tonight because my wife decided to talk some hot air. So what I did was I packed my bag, and I will show you my bag, which is over there. I said, darling, you have 3 days to calm down, and I'll be back. She's in my house, a £1.2 million house that I paid out cash. Now, women are emotional beings. They need us more than we need them.
You know, shit like that.
All right. So I do have to ask a question.
Anybody gonna criticize him leaving?
I was gonna say, why did you leave your own house? I'm African. We don't leave our own house. Hold on.
Nobody gonna criticize him leaving for 3 days.
Hey, listen, a masculine man left his home and said, "Hey, wife, you're in charge. I'll go live in a hotel until you do what I would prefer you to do."
Guys,
nobody's gonna criticize him for that, right?
Mr. S, turn down the music, Mr. S, in the background. Somebody playing music.
Answer?
Yeah, Mr. S, turn down the music though. Turn on the music. Can you hear me?
Right. Yes, loud and clear. Can you hear me? 1, 2, check.
Yeah, you got check. All right, go ahead.
Right. So, what was the question? Let's start from the beginning.
Well, so basically, you told that you left the house for 3 days so she can get her act together, and then they were questioning why the hell would you leave your own house?
The reason why is simple. You see, when a woman asks too many questions, you have to give her a temporary ultimatum. You have to ask, darling, can we work this out, or do you want to give me a headache? If she still keeps on yapping, pack your Louis Vuitton bag or Gucci bag, whatever bag you have. Tell her, are you still sure you want to? Do you want to work this out now, or shall I give you time to breathe? When a woman yaps, the best option is to exit, but come back when the dust has settled. It's that simple.
But I don't leave my own house.
Understand.
Trigger Mike, you listen to that masculine man there. Go
Yes,
ahead.
you listen to that masculine man that all the women in the chat supported.
I'm never leaving my own house.
Trigger Mike,
make sure
you're not a
you
masculine
figure out whether or
man.
not you want to suck dick or shut up.
Chill out. You let that masculine man tell us how we're supposed to live our life and what men really are. You let him do it.
Are we? I think you left your house because your side piece about to come over to be.
He left his house because she wanted him to leave. That's why he left the house. And that was the right thing to do because you got a Louis Vuitton luggage. You like, man, I got this luggage for a reason, so I might as well exercise using it. It makes sense to me.
My question to him would be, how often does this happen? How many months does this happen where your conflict resolution skills is not up to par and you have to vacate your premises?
I have a question also.
Mr. S?
Yes, I was muted. I want everyone's questions first before I answer, please, if possible.
Sure. How often does this happen where the conflict resolution skills are not up to par, and you have to vacate the premises in order for everybody to calm down?
Her punishment is my presence not being there.
How many times does that happen?
Maybe 2 times every quarter, every 3-4 months, when she's on her period.
Oh, so if you know that you can pretty much forecast it happening, right, when she comes on her period every quarter, wouldn't it be in your benefit to kind of have enough insight to meet that head on and stay in the premises and not waste extra money to go away?
You see, this is a lifelong relationship. We are married. Boundaries do get stepped on, just like any natural relationship, whether it be a friendship, a wife-husband relationship. It's natural to have boundaries stepped on. You must draw the line, whether you love the person with love or you cherish the person as a wife. You have to understand that as a man, if you make your wife tread on your toes, she will tread on your face eventually. She must learn as I have to learn. I miss her and I know she misses me. And the sex is always great after when I turn back home.
Talk your shit.
So, may I ask Mr. S a question? Mr. S, did you say that if the men make enough money, then they will get submission from their wives? Is that correct? That's what you said?
I said men should earn 150k net before they have an opinion on women. If you don't
Oh,
earn that type of money, you should not have an opinion on women. We must understand that women right now are superior to men, and there is a reason why. Women had to defend themselves. Women are soft beings, and they understood that themselves. They had to learn that they have no men to defend them, hence why they are independent. Try to be the arch lion and watch them fall on your arms. Hence why I like an ebony woman.
when you say fall on your arm, I'm thinking does that mean submission, or are you saying something else? Are you saying that it attracts more women because of the money?
I'll give an example, right? I was in Irving, Texas, in between Fort Worth and Dallas.
Nigga, we live here. We know where that shit is.
I don't know where it is. I'm not in.
You guys can't interrupt the masculine man. Trigger Mike, show some respect, please. This is masculine man.
And I met a woman, right? She was very. I don't want to call a woman masculine because it's very offensive to a woman. Very offensive. Let's not call your women, my women, masculine. Let's call them assertive. I had an assertive woman, and I showed her how I do my work, as in being very calm, collected, had everything under control. And I wouldn't say she submitted to my will, but she let down her. Every strong woman has a strong barrier in front of her. But after you go past that barrier, that woman is soft, feminine, willing to wear your top, willing to make you breakfast. But you are not the man that she
You're
wants
not
to
getting
do
breakfast
that
for
with.
the next 3 days, sir. You're not getting no breakfast for the next 3 days.
My overall question
My
is
friend,
Conditional breakfast.
I will mute my mic because I don't think you guys are hearing my answers.
Mr. S,
Digress.
before you, Mr. S,
Go ahead.
would you say that your wife is submissive? Would you describe her
Absolutely
as submissive?
100%. Why would
So,
I give the honor of marriage to a woman that's not submissive? Now, the
so
word submissive is very loaded, especially in 2024. We need to change that word from submissive to cooperative.
mhm.
I met this girl when she was 27 years old. I'm 32. She was a lawyer when I met her. She's not a lawyer anymore. She helps me with admin work, with the finances behind the scenes. If you men want a submissive woman, you must give her a part time job officially.
M-
Now,
Mr.
if you
S,
work for, go ahead, madam. Apologies
I'm
for cutting you off. I don't like to cut off any girls. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Um, so it's safe to say that although your wife is submissive, she's not submissive all the time because 3/4 of the time you do not get the cooperation that you require. So then you have to leave your home so that you can enforce your authority, despite the 1.2 million pound house and maybe your net income. Would you say that's correct?
Sometimes when a woman has her single friends in her ears, if her single friends are telling her to leave me alone, and I know that is what she's hearing because that's not the woman that I met and I'm married. When women talk, men should leave the house, whether it's her house, my house, her dad's house. We must understand one thing: this is a lifelong relationship. We will have our ups and downs.
Mhm.
There has been times where allegedly, allegedly here now, we're not saying it has happened, that me and my secretary we had a little fling. Allegedly. Now she left my house and I had to go to her father and to her mother's house and to plead my case. Nothing happened. Allegedly. So we must do one thing. We must remove the Hollywood notion of our relationships. We must understand that we are humans. She's a human being, I am a human being. We will have our urges. The moment that she deals with another man that is verified and that is true, she shall be divorced.
Mr. S, would you mind making your answers a little bit more? I don't. I think it's me, maybe, because the,
No, he
the the
talks slow and he
the
talk all
military in me. Would you mind making your answers more like direct and succinct? Because I'm having a hard time determining if you're saying that yes, your wife is submissive, but there are times when she chooses not to, and then in order to get the corporation you need, you do have to enforce it by leaving the home, despite the money that you say is one of the authority um, requirements or criteria.
My senses are telling me one thing, but I don't want to tell you what my senses are telling me. My
Okay.
senses are telling me that you are still single, you don't have a husband, so you don't understand. Am I right?
You are incorrect. I am a wife and I am a submissive wife, so that's why I don't understand what you're saying. And my husband does not make 6 figures. But
No,
I
this
guess
is a masculine man.
I guess
That's
I don't
him.
understand.
That's him. There's no way a woman like you can't understand a masculine man. Like that's him.
Hold
In
on.
the hotel.
Mr. S,
Masculine man. Hey,
I just have a
the
I got a
masculine man.
question real quick.
Explain this to her.
I got a question for Mr. S.
The vision.
Mr. S, what is your opinion on American men in general?
American men are robust. They're industrious. They work hard. They earn money the good way. They are men of honor. When anyone invades the land of America, they are willing to fight till death. And we must respect that. They may have issues with American women, but we must understand when push comes to shove, all American men will die for their land. And that's one thing the world respects. The world may not respect the American woman, or the world loves an American man. Hence why you get all the love in the world when you leave it.
Yeah, I've been to the UK. That's actually pretty true. They love the swag. All right.
And if you need to get married, let me know. My sister is available. She's 21 years old.
Oh, damn. That would have been perfect, except I'm already married. But Aaron and Cheeky, they looking.
So, it's interesting. Very interesting conversation. Let's get Aaron in, not Aaron O, but Aaron with the two A's.
I don't know if DJ Ham can hear me, but I'd like to greet him. Let this serve as a formal greeting. Also, my dear Q, great to see you again. Panel, happy New Year to everyone. A lot of arguments and points have been made within the confines of a playing field littered with variables. And I think if we drill down to the very root of everything, when the excrement hits the air conditioning, a man has authority. Do you know why? His and her survival is predicated on it. Once you start to build the variables vertically with the introduction of societal norms and laws and all that, that's binary. Each case can be argued, one way or another. But when you get down to it, the woman will ultimately submit or perish by virtue of superiority and the ability to manipulate the environment. I mean, that's the long and short of it. Now, Mr. S, right? I don't believe anybody with a prefrontal cortex, right? It can have an opinion. That's the prerequisite for that. I believe what he's saying is if you're not grossing 300K, then your opinion is nothing he's interested in listening to. And I'm sorry, John Kobed. Also, what branch, if I may ask?
Army.
Okay, Marines. So I understand your communication requirements. Consider this. The man's presence in the household is the most valuable thing in the household, more valuable than the house. If he is going to exact some sort of punitive measures on his wife, then he removes himself from the household, thus starving her of the one thing she needs the most, his presence. But what he's not going to do is send her out of the house, because then he would be failing to keep his promise to keep her protected and secured and provided for. So you stay in the house, right? Because your actions are not going to cause me to reduce my integrity. You stay here because I promised you this, but you're not going to get me, not for the next 3 days. I'll be back.
Who's protecting her in that house? I'm curious.
What Aaron's saying makes sense, though.
I'm sorry, Mr. Aaron, right, all right. As your namesake progenitor, I'm under the assumption that you've gone out your tree, my son. Let me address the lady real quick. I think it's an unorthodox way of doing business in the household. I'll grant you that. But there is, I think, also logic, merit, and purpose in the way he moves. And I think a lot of it is cultural as well, because he said one thing very poignant, and that was he bounces when she's on her cycle. He can't sleep in the bed. That's religious text older than any of us, right? So
She's mopping
yeah, there's a cultural implication, but that's what I'm saying. That's when you start to build vertically with all these societal implications, then that's when you can build an argument based on the binary of whatever the details are in that specific case. But when you drill down to the X and Y chromosome of things, right, down to the just man and woman, at that point, man has authority. Women may fall under the belief that they can borrow it or use it, but they will never, ever really possess it. Women technically have no rights because there's no way of enforcing them. If men across the planet decided unanimously that women don't have rights, guess what, my dear? You don't have rights.
Damn.
You conversely cannot take away men's rights unless we allow you to.
So,
Mr. GB, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to catch up. What's popping? I want to make sure I get 1015 in also. You wanted to say something to Aaron, real quick?
Yeah, I'll address him now. You had a question?
Go ahead.
My question was pertaining to you agreeing that the man should leave her in the home that he promised her to protect and provide for her, and then go leave for 3 days and leave her unprotected in that home. You agree that's a good idea?
Incorrect. I never said that.
So
I said I can see the value in it. I can see the purpose in it. There is a logic that can be harvested from it, but I don't necessarily have to agree that it is the best course of action. I'm saying it's a course of action with merit and purpose. Two things can be true at the same time.
That is very true, because
I would never employ that tactic. However, I understand it, especially given cultural implications.
Why wouldn't you employ the tactic if you see the merit in it and the value in it?
Because I see greater merit in other tactics.
Fair enough.
The King investor with the $5 says, Mr. S don't speak American. That's his problem, but he's speaking big facts. John Henry with the $10 says, men lead with their wallet and their accomplishments as it what is standard in a patriarchy. Michelle with the $5 says, agree with Mr. S. Aaron looks very immature. Al with $5. No, she's talking about.
Yeah, I got you.
AL with the $5. What's poppin' says, so if manhood and authority depends on your money, what happens if you lose it? This dude, Mr. S, is weird as fuck. A normal nerd with the $2 says, y'all got Ali G up here talking nonsense. Christopher J with the $10 says, all I hear is my wife ran out on me. Excuse me. My wife ran me out of my pounds. $2.1 million house that I paid in cash. Yeah, go ahead and take 10 minutes and think about what you said, because that's wow. He didn't actually say that. He said $1.2 million.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
So they time Mr. S out for 10 minutes. He'll be back. We probably at 6:02. Dada was already a member, but appreciate you, brother. Arnold Allen with the $2 says his wife better not have an OnlyFans page. The sophisticated jerk with the $5 says Mr. S stands for shook ones. Michelle with the $5 says, okay, hold on now, Mr. S. If my man leave my house for 3 days, he better stay where he at. You lost me. Michael M with the $2 says Mr. S $300,000 opinion don't mean shit in his own house. HQ with the $2 says this is crazy. HQ with the $2 says don't matter the money if she don't want to submit. O'Shea was popping with the $5 says Mr. S is showing his wife that house means nothing and she gets right because he has the means to leave. Okay. Unc with the $2 says she makes you leave so she can cheat in peace. God damn. But Garrett with the $5 says my wife from Irving, Texas, and she chill. I don't know what he talking about. John Henry with the $10 says women and Pound GBG lead with their emotions. This stir-fried house husband logic leaves you hungry for more sustainable logic an hour later. UT with the $2 was popping says she is not cooperative if you had to leave the house. Trigger Mike with the $5 right now. I'm calling it right now. Mr. S is a male version of Luna. Who wanna bet? GBG General with the $5. The this the king of authority chat dummies. Convolute Harambe Jack with the $10 says his wife's single friends influence her to get some outside dick. Ellipsis. Now it makes sense. Mr. S is running from his lack of dick discipline. He wants to exercise options, and his wife wants to exercise hers. Damn. The Red Pill Ranger with the $10 says, does the S in Mr. S stand for simp? I'm so tired of beta pseudo intellectuals, men that have to leave their own house. One look, and my wife knows I've heard enough. Arnold Allen with $2 says, Hamp, can you speed up Mr. S's audio on Serato? The dating pool rose with the $2 says, Mr. S is crazy. This show took a crazy turn. What the fuck? Harambe Jack with the $2 said, with the 20 ball says, Mr. S found feminism and his wise friends say the patriarchy is done. They influence her to liberate herself from his oppression. How Mr. S want to be a leader but can't lead his wife to accept his infidelity. What the hell I miss? The Red Pill Ranger with the $10 says, you will not get a black woman to be submissive without respect, fear, quote, in parentheses, fear of losing you, and love in that order of importance. Also fucks with people who fucks with you. Stop forcing a square peg in a circular hole. The dating pool with the $2 says, now Mr. S just got on bullshit. Harambe Jack with the $10 says, Mr. S is correct. A man leaves his wife with the house and kids if he breaks his vows. Sleeping with your secretary doesn't count as an adultery because adultery is only sleeping with a married woman. No, that's not true. Jay Howard, the $5 says, this display of by the panel against Mr. S is sad. He is dropping wisdom and knowledge, and these fools can't pick up the crumbs, making everything a joke. The dating pool reactions with the $2 says, cavemen 2024 stay losing. Harambe Jack with the 50 ball says, Mr. S is cool though. I'm just throwing blows for the disrespect. Having a false sense of authority doesn't keep your wife from slipping and falling on another man's face. Mr. S is correct. It is better to stay in a hotel for 3 days than live under. Yeah. Shit like that. Harambe Jack with the 50 ball says, Aaron is the GOAT. So who do you think is smashing Mr. S' wife after she kicked him out for messing with his secretary? I think his wife is smashing his business partner. What y'all think? She wear the pants or nah? LeGarrette with the 50 ball says, Aaron, get him.
Weather outside is humid. She turn up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her ho, let her ho, let her ho. She doesn't show signs of stopping, so who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her ho, let her ho, let her ho.
Shit like that.
Damn. So wait, what did I miss? And he got smoked.
Okay, this is the thing with Mr. S. I do not agree with you have no say so, not unless you make $150,000, $200,000, $300,000. That honestly does not make any sense. And basically, you're putting majority of all women on the pedestal and saying, you know, even if she has 50 or 100 bodies, you still need to put her on a pedestal. For a man, basically what he's saying, he wants the majority of black men to make in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% over white men in the majority white man country. That's not logical. We already know what majority of black men make. We already know that 100,000 or more is only 10%. So, and this is when we had this conversation before. I don't know, was it John the Baptist, or which guy was the one that he only makes 35K?
John the
He's
Baptist.
married for, yeah. To me, he needs so much respect because he was able to find a wife, get the respect that he wants in a 30+ year. So it just doesn't make any sense for you to have 200,000. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a big ass number, man.